Central Decatur will have the first serve here in our third set of action as we get set for it here in Eddyville. Glad to have you all tuned in with us tonight as well on the South Central Conference Network. I would encourage you again to feel free to hop on in and join with us in the comment section. Let us know if there's somebody in particular you're cheering on or if it's just generally for the EBF Rockets who get the first point of this set, as they have for the majority of tonight. Central Decatur 7-12 coming in out of the Pride of Iowa Conference here in the state. Klein is going to put one in the net for the ninth service error of the night for EBF. Rockets 27-5 and a perfect 7-0 record in the South Central Conference. Pellichari is going to give that service error right back and put EBF back in front 2-1. And not only is it EBF, Albia, and Davis County that are still going in volleyball action, tomorrow night we'll be up the road a touch from here in Eddyville, a little bit more than a touch. It's a nice little drive as Kate Schaefer gets an overpass and sends it back to the floor to see the Knoxville Panthers. Knoxville, here's the bracket in Class 4A Region 5. Knoxville gets to host the Pella Dutch tomorrow evening. That is a top 15 matchup. 15 versus 13. Knoxville ranked 15th, Pella 13th, but the Panthers get them on their home floor. That'll be a fun one in a regional semifinal at that. Just a couple games away from the state tournament. Overhead dig on the serve from Shampoo. That was Horn that got a piece of it. Pellichari back up front to Hammaker. Free return EBF. Here's Molly Schaefer in the middle, dug by Richards, and Jensen runs out of real estate. And a little slow to get up. It looks like she's okay. Always kind of scary when they come to an abrupt stop like that on the hardwood. But 5-1 EBF. Shampoo with an overhead dig. Horn handles her serve. Richards, nice roll shot. Dug though by Shampoo. Kate Schaefer to Molly Schaefer. You bet. You bet. 7 kills for Molly Schaefer, and by my count, 18 assists tonight for Kate Schaefer. I'm not sure what's a better duo, peanut butter and jelly or Kate and Molly Schaefer. I haven't quite figured that out. But we got a couple more years to figure that one out, too, as both are just sophomores for this team. Crazy to think what they've already accomplished on the floor and what their potential is to continue to grow and mature, both physically and, of course, mentally in the game of volleyball. Shampoo, wow, what a job by Helm and Shampoo to get that volleyball back over. Hammaker, was it blocked? They say yes, touched by Kate Schaefer. Central Decatur back to EBF. Wagaman, boom, from the middle on a crosser to the right. With bad intentions, Aaliyah Wagaman, we show it to you again on the instant replay. A quick set, and Wagaman does not miss. Jensen's going to set back row for Pellichari. That one got down. Good attack from the back row. Her 5th kill. Richards rotates out, and comes Amy Potter for Central Decatur. Also taking a seat, Hammaker for Kinsey McElfish to serve. 8-2 advantage for EBF. They lead at 2-love here in the match, 25-8 and 25-11. Our set 1 and 2 scores, respectively, tonight. Jensen's going to set it up for Horn at the left pin. Overhead dig by Klein. Kate Schaefer dumps it off, but right there ready for it in the donut was McElfish. Here's Horn again. Nice dig by Helm. Kate Schaefer to Molly Schaefer. This time it caroms off the top tape and allowed Jensen to play it. Horn for a 3rd time. Free push. Klein, the pass to Schaefer. Slide for Wagaman. Pellichari digs. Jensen, that came off the rafter, and McElfish with a free return. Kate Schaefer, quick set middle to Molly, and that's down. 20 assists in my book anyway now for Kate Schaefer, and 8 kills for Molly Schaefer. Coach Jinsko will reach into the sideline here, let Lily Davis check in to serve. Normally Cassidy Long's spot in the rotation, but she'll give the junior a shot with serve number 165 of the year. A good one. Central Decatur does return it. Shampoo Molly Schaefer to the freshman Taylor, who gets blocked by the net. Well, we told you earlier when Lacey Taylor got a kill, her 6th of the year. She's not called upon often to be a hitter for this team as such a young player. So it seemed like just a half step late on the approach to the pass from Kate Schaefer. Probably didn't quite expect it to come her way, but when it did, just that hair late caused it to be a bit short. Nice block up front by Amy Potter on the swing from Molly Schaefer. Not easy to do, but EBF handles it. Back over to Central Decatur. Pellicciari off of Helm, and that's going to carry him off the rafters. And nice job being able to adjust to it by Molly Schaefer, but didn't come up far enough for any of the rocket to get to it. Lead is 5, 9-4 for EBF. And here, Napolis with the serve. Molly Schaefer in the blink of an eye down in front of Georgia Pellicciari, who all she can do is just shake her head. When she connects, it's something to behold. Napolis heads back to the sideline with Casey Boyce back into the match for Central Decatur. And here is Molly Schaefer, who rattled off 3 ace serves in the last set. She's got 4 in the match. Dug by Hammaker. Pellicciari reaches back, and a free return by River Hammaker. Kate Schaefer for Klein. Pellicciari, nobody home up front. She got the dig, but sent it back up where there was nobody home. (11-4), and Molly Schaefer puts service error number 10 into the nylon. Lead is 6, and Mallory Horn will go serve. As we told you earlier, 96.7% in serve efficiency this year. And there's ace serve number 21. Cooper Shampoo just a half step too far back on the serve. That's on 181 attempts, too. It's a pretty good number. Not quite the same as what we saw from Jinxter on the serve there. She does end up with a service error, the 4th of the night for Central Decatur. But Central Lee, you might recall, for those of you that maybe tuned in for that Mustang regional quarterfinal for Davis County, had a young lady, Michaela Morrison, who had served over 200 times this year and had not missed. She had a perfect 100% serve efficiency. And with as many attempts as she had, that's pretty special from behind the service line. Here's Kate Schaefer with a 7-point advantage. Dug by Hammaker. Jensen. Bump set for Pellicciari. Right-hander dug by Molly Schaefer. Kate Schaefer to number 3 who's come in, Emily Lynch. I neglected to mention that. I apologize. Her attack was handled by Central Decatur. Now Klein popped off the tape, and it find the line. It did. Man, what a bounce for Whitney Klein. Another one of those better to be good than lucky kind of plays. Schaefer's serve off the arms of Boyce. Stays back row, and Hammaker can't get enough on it to return it to EBF. As the lead gets back up to 9 here for the Rockets, their largest of the set. Kate Schaefer again. That's an ace. Kate with her 2nd of the night. Number 24 of the year, and the lead does get to double digits. Bailey Gwynn, I think after that timeout in the first set for Central Decatur, decided, you know what, we're going to play it out from here. We're not going to stop it. She knew, obviously. I mean, you look at it on paper coming in, you know what's the numbers say, right? The matchup discrepancy, obviously, between the 7th-ranked team in the class and a team that comes in 7-12. It's hard to ignore. So I think after she took that first break, she says, you know what, we're going to let them play and just see what it's like. This is clearly, EBF is a standard of what a lot of volleyball programs in the state would like to get to, and an opportunity to see that up close and personal. As Shampoo with a nice crosser from the left finds it in the back corner for an 11-point advantage, 18-7. Rockets need just 7 more to advance to Monday night's regional semifinal. Here's Helm. Overhead dig by Horn. Jensen sets middle for Pellicciari off Wagaman. Hit up high by Klein. Kate Schaefer adjusts out of the rafters, and Molly Schaefer with a big back row attack. Just another day at the office between number 11 and number 1. One thing I want to note, too, we talk a lot about Molly Schaefer and what she does offensively because it's just gaudy, the numbers, 402 hitting efficiency, upwards of 450 kills. But the sophomore needs to get some love for what she does defensively, too. She leads this team with 220 digs. Think about that for a minute. Leads the team in kills and hitting efficiency. That's a lift on Wagaman, and she knew it right away. But not only that, leads the team in digs. So picture this on any given play, right? She gets the dig and yet has the wherewithal, the agility, the speed overall to get back to being in an attack position. There's a dig for her there. She doesn't get the set, but again, it's just really remarkable what she's able to do. I can't say enough nice things about Molly Schaefer, and really I know she gets a lot of the headlines and, you know, certainly deserves so with her play. But that's Whitney Klein with a perfect serve to the back row that Central Decatur ducked under, but it was in. What she's able to do, what these Rockets as a whole are able to do on the volleyball court is truly a spectacle to watch. We're happy to be able to broadcast them here on Go SEC TV. Lindsay with a left-handed strike, but it is blocked back by Aaliyah Wagaman. And EBF just 3 points away. Coming up, by the way, afterwards in a separate video here on Go SEC TV, we will have post-game reaction from Coach Gladys Jinsko as Whitney Klein adds another ace serve to her stat line, as well as a player of the game determined by both myself and Coach Jinsko. So be on the lookout for that in a separate video post here on Go SEC TV. 23-8. EBF, Klein, overhead dig by Lindsay. Richards gets to it, and Lindsay a free return to Klein. Kate Schaefer looking Molly Schaefer's way. Off the tape, kept alive. That was going to go long, but Central Decatur plays it. Hammaker back to helm. Kate Schaefer, back row attack for Klein. Another point for the Rockets. And match point at that for the conference champs here in the South Central Conference. 24-8. Whitney Klein to try to close it. Dug by Lindsay. Jensen cannot play it, and that will be all she wrote. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. The Rockets in commanding fashion end Central Decatur's season. 25-8, 25-11, 25-8 here tonight in Eddyville, setting up a date next Monday night against the winner of that Mediapolis and Danville matchup happening tonight in Mediapolis. We're not quite sure where our broadcast schedule is going to take us yet for next week, so we'll leave that on ice for the moment. We very well may be seeing this Rocket team right back here in Eddyville, but that is to be determined. We know for certain, though, tomorrow night we're seeing the Knoxville Panthers in the Class 4A Region 5 semifinal hosting the Pella Dutch. We look forward to that, a 7 o'clock first serve right back here on Go SEC TV. For Jimmy Ott, for A.J. Anderson, I'm Dewayne Cook. The 7th-ranked Rockets roll here tonight against Central Decatur in straight sets. They move on in the Class 2A Region 8 bracket. We hope you enjoy the rest of your Wednesday evening. That's where we are here this week. Seems like they're all running together. And we hope to catch you next time on Go SEC TV.